Hey, are you ready? Let's go. I don't know if you know. Welcome to my internet show. Okay, so are you ready? Here we go. I'm not sure if I am doing this right. I don't know what right is, and I feel like my last video was shit, so I am making this video about this deck that I'm very proud of. I love this deck. I love how it works. I love playing it. I love it. Did I say that it has Phyrexian Obliterator in it? Oh boy, this is my favorite card of all time. When I saw that this was coming to Historic, I was like, is that a good idea? But anyway, even if it's not a good idea, I love to use it. A lot of people don't seem to know what this card says. If there's ever been a card that shows that Magic players don't read cards, this is one of them for sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's mean. When you deal damage to it, you sacrifice permanents. So don't deal damage to it. Okay. Here we go. Right. Uh. So obviously, I was just like, well, I'm going to build an Obliterator deck, and the obvious extension onto that is, well, he's got 4 black pips. 4 black pips means probably you're going to build a mono deck. I actually, the first 3 iterations of this deck were black green. I was trying really hard to do the fight thing, and Fight Club, and so the with the devotion, with the 4 black devotion, we're gonna look at Grey Merchant of Asphodel because he's like, oh, you got 4 pips. Well, I had 2 more pips, so that's a 6 point life drain for a total of a 12 point swing. Holy, you lose 6, I gain 6. That's a good deal. You got some other creatures or some other pips on the field. More good deal. Okay. So how do you feel about the rest of the deck? Well, uh, I really liked the idea of using Lurrus so that I can have enchantment-based removal that I bring back using Lurrus. And then after I added Phyrexian Swamps, so cool. Oh, that's so cool. After I added those, I was like, hey, what about I checked out other Phyrexian cards in Historic, and I was like, whoa, look at this card. It wants to be in my deck so bad. It, 2 mana, 2 life, return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand whenever you want. You do that whenever you want. That's instant speed. You do that at your opponent's end step, and you're like, oh, I got this extra creature in my hand. It doesn't care how big or what the mana cost of the creature is, it just grabs whatever, right? So Lurrus will only grab permanents 2 or less. But the thing is that if this goes to the graveyard and you have Lurrus, you can get this back. If Lurrus goes to the graveyard and you have this card, you can get Lurrus back. Really good, really good. So Lurrus lets us cast our enchantment-based removal out of the graveyard, which is so good. Oh, it's so good to cast the same removal card 2 or 3 times in a game. And then on top of that, we have this crazy little card, Hateful Eidolon, where it has the lifelink, cool, but this other ability, whenever an enchanted creature dies, you draw a card for each aura that you control that was attached to it. So you kill the creature with this dead weight, and then you draw a card because of Hateful Eidolon. And maybe it's another dead weight, so you kill their other creature, and then you draw another card. It's crazy. You just wait. Demonic Embrace, it's great, and also will trigger, Mogis' favor. Okay, so you can kill creatures with this, but you can also throw it on Hateful Eidolon so that it has more attack power. You can throw it on Gifted. You can throw it on any of your creatures and they'll live. Demonic Embrace, same thing, but it also adds flying. You can also recast this from your graveyard for its casting cost 3 life and discarding a card. Really good. Uh, because the removal in this deck is targeted, I got the enchantment stuff, and then filling out the gaps, I got this crazy black card that also kills enchantments. I got the so that I can exile planeswalkers, and then land that's also removal. Couldn't say no to that. One of for having all targeted removal and no board wipes. Sometimes the little decks, they get away from me. You know, they make so many little guys and I can't target all of them. So Massacre Worm, well, he likes to come in and clean up the mess, right? Hexproof is annoying, and so Shadow Spear will get around that. That's good. And then it also gets around Indestructible, which is less annoying with this deck because you're doing the minuses on the creatures. Yeah, and then we put a bunch of lands in it and a Castle Lochthwain. Ignore the sideboard. I did try this in best of 3, but yeah, no, not happening. I think that covers everything. I think that might be, yeah, you're welcome. Okay, here we go. You want to see a game? Okay. See what sort of nonsense we can get up to today. Carlos will be our first opponent of the day. Okay, I tend to not look at my hands and I just say keep because I build good decks and the Arena Shuffler is perfect. I don't want to play this out. See what sort of lands they play. Because there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to draw my 4th land anyway. And, you know, I only need lands 5 and 6 for 2 of the cards in the deck, so 4 is what I'm aiming for. They still have not played anything. They're probably got some counter spells. Probably holding up Growth Spiral. And I don't have anything to play. I definitely want to try to cast Obliterator on turn 4, so we will play Hegra, Rude Pit. We got 2 E2 extensions at the moment, so definitely haven't drawn the lower end of our deck. The little life gainers. Oh, they still haven't cast anything. That makes me really think that they're holding up a counter spell. And then I really don't want to just walk into it. Ah, good job, green-blue deck. He's gonna have to discard this turn if he... Oh, right. Never mind. Playing that. Well... How hard do you have to think about it? Yeah, I was kind of afraid of that guy. Oh, jeez.
Shelter in my stewardship. Rise, my elemental friend. My strength fades.
So I think I want to get the Planeswalker off the field right away because she'll just end up turning the rest of the land into creatures, and the ones that are already here are enough of a problem. I think it's more important to try to kill the creature first. If they counter, is what it is. Then I will cast the Eidolon. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was happening. I still feel like getting rid of the land is more important there, so I'm actually gonna follow through. Oh my god, that puts me at 2 life. Maybe not. Oh, I guess you are the plan. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. We're in a bad spot. Cool. Well, thanks for coming out, Carlos. Good jobs. Oh, I almost said no blocks. Doesn't really matter who I block. And I don't... Oh, buddy. Oh, counter spells? Yeah, they're gonna counter. It's always fun playing against the counter spell deck. Oh, which counter spell am I going to use? Well, at least they didn't dilly-dally. Let's go, let's go. Try another one? You stick with me? Well, I'll see if you do. Oh, it will be fun. Hope we don't go to another counterspell deck. So, Obliterator has some not the best matchups. It's like a pet project of mine, really. It's, you know, my favorite card, and I really like how this deck works. Being able to cast removal out of your graveyard and then draw cards. Draw real cards out of your library for killing things with removal that you cast out of your graveyard. Do you see how crazy that is? I really hope I can show you that today. This is a really good hand. I've got a good good startup of lands. I get to throw out my Hateful Eidolon on the turn 1. If my opponent plays a small creature this turn, no, they did not. What I would have done was I would have cast second Hateful Eidolon and then dead weight, draw 2 cards. So good. But instead, I'm going to attempt to maximize Gifted Aetherborn and attack. Interesting. Oh, Winota? Great. So the reason that I think Winota is because anybody else would have blocked the Hateful Eidolon with the 2 shoulder tokens. But they want to keep their tokens so that they will be able to attack with their tokens when they have Winota out to get extra creatures, human, from their library. Because that's how Winota works. I expect them to not block. Oh, great. Oh, great. So what did they kill my guy with? Damage? Oh, that's good. That's very good. So, I actually think that I should just keep wrecking his creature base. Their creature base. Their creature base. I will attack Hateful Eidolon. Leave the desert creature back. The thing is that anything that the Winota puts into play will be indestructible until end of turn. I think that's how that works. Oh, that is so lovely. This deck loves me sometimes. That last game didn't go very well, but I'm just coming up Millhouse now. Massacre Worm's like, I heard there were small creatures. Is that worth it? I don't think that's worth it. He needs to have 3 creatures attack. Yeah, I don't think he's doing that anytime too soon. They, he, not he, they. My opponent is a they. I have no idea what their gender is. I need to stop assuming my opponent are he's. Minor. Here we go. Oh, maybe is this still a Winota deck? Like, maybe somebody needs to talk to my opponent. There's some argument for attacking with the Aetherborns first, but I don't see any reason. Maybe Winota? Oh, good game. Okay. Well, what's up? Oh, maybe. Oh, is this a trick? No. Haha. Attack then scoop. Good job. Thank you. One more? Can you do one more? I can do one more. Yeah, why don't you come with me? Okay, let's go. Game seems to be going pretty okay. You lose one, you win one. It that betrays. That's another one of my favorite Magic cards. Good reference. I wish I could tell this player that. I like the reference. Ooh, this stuff. I don't really have any early removal. I mean, having Phyrexian Reclamation is nice. I technically have 3 lands. Not much early play though. Oof, this is rough. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it. Okay. Yeah, I think we can play Hagra Brood Pit over Hagra Mauling. Oof! That's not a pretty sight. As much as black can kill everything, it still can't kill artifacts. That's the next thing they're gonna be clamoring for. Trying to break down the walls. Give black artifact removal! What is it? Of course it's first strike. Darn. Now, as long as they don't also get a +1, cancel that. Everything is for naught. Discard Mogis' favor. I can always get it back. Oh, that was unexpected. I guess first strike hexproof is pretty good. I'm gonna go Phyrexian Reclamation. Cast. Oh man, I'm really tempted to cast this, but I'm actually going to just get some risky biscuits. Oh, what a lovely deck you've come up with. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're just gonna put all these. If I manage to kill one of your idiots, you'll just put all your counters on your other idiots. What a. You're so smart. I'm real. Oh, it's me? Haha. What'd you get? Menace and +1/+1? Great. Now I'm kinda hooped. Yeah. Don't have any blocker. Goodness, my turn. We're going to grab Aetherborn out of the graveyard. Hey, look, now I have my 4th land. So, 4/4 first strike, eh? How do I deal with that? Oh, and hexproof. Yeah, I'm pretty pooched. Oh! And I thought maybe I could pull this back out. Ha! I guess not. Block that. That'll block the first thing. Okay, wait. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pips. That'll put me to 10. Attack for 8. Don't think it's enough. I will. Oh, vigilance, eh? Bunch of dweebs. I really actually want to kill Luminarch Aspirant and Mecha Godzilla. Not happening today. What am I at? 5? Maybe. That's probably a bad idea. Oh my gosh. Well. Doesn't look too bright. Oh. Yeah, I'm a hooped anyway. Okay, well, that was balls. I was really hoping that my favorite deck would give you a better go. But I'll give you a bit of a wrap up. And then I don't know what sort of content I want to make yet, really. I haven't really set my heart on anything. And I think that right now, I'm just going to make Obliterator content. I'm just going to record myself playing this deck that you just saw and just make that for now. And if I feel like making something else, I will. And there you go. That's what it'll be for now. So this is the deck that we just saw. I worked very hard for these Obliterator swamps. Or sorry, Phyrexian swamps. And you know what? They weren't Phyrexian for a little while. Oh, when I signed on to Arena that day, I was very not happy. I thought it was just like, sorry, you like it's too confusing for some people. They're like, what is this weird thing with all these little scratches on it that makes a black? It's a swamp. Anyway, yeah. So there's those guys. I don't know. Yeah, you should definitely tune back in because you're gonna want to see the crazy action when you have Lurrus out and cast the same Mire's Grasp 3 times to kill 3 different creatures, and you drew 4 cards off of it because of your different Hateful Eidolons, and I gotta tell you, recasting your removal out of the graveyard again and again and drawing real cards out of your library for it is just, it's the best. I can't wait for you to see me do it in action. So definitely keep tuned in. It was a poor showing of the deck today. It definitely runs better than that a lot of the time. Thank you for joining me. I love you.